how 3D modeling changed my life and how it can change yours. So the first thing that I didn't realize at all is that 3D modeling didn't require any technical knowledge or skills. Basically, if you can manipulate objects with your hands, you're capable of 3D modeling. Because 3D modeling is just pushing and pulling, extruding shapes, and once you learn the set of tools, you're good to go. You just need to practice the muscle memory, and you don't need to know any programming or any kind of mathematics or engineering if you are just a hobby maker. And another thing about 3D modeling that not everyone understands, that there's two kinds of 3D modeling. One is the artistic. It is used in gaming, in movies, in any kind of video effects. So if you see some kind of a monster, that's probably made in Blender at some point or a similar software. So if you're not technical at all, if you don't want to operate CNC machines, you might just learn the artistic side of modeling. And then 3D modeling is actually a way to earn money online. So you can do freelancing, you can use websites like CAD where they have challenges and freelance work orders. You can use Fiverr to sell your services. You can be a hired employee in some company that needs a 3D drafter. Another thing you can consider is creating your own digital products, files, and then selling them on different stocks, like photo stocks. There are photo stocks for 3D models. And I'm building a marketplace. So my first digital product was actually my chair. So I was trying to do a lot of digital products before, but nothing worked as well as the chair. Etsy. So you can publish your works on Etsy and make money. I made thousands of dollars from Etsy before I even had a website. Next thing about 3D modeling is that it became my new hobby, and it opened a path to 3D printing and CNC cutting. And with the new hobby, I acquired new friends, and actually in 2019, in January 2019, I stopped drinking. I was a daily drinker before that for 20 years. Can't say I was a heavy drinker, but I was drinking beer every day and wasting my time, basically 4 to 5 hours just drinking beer, watching Netflix or something. So when I stopped drinking, I had to fill that gap with something interesting. And I think that 3D modeling and 3D printing and CNC machines kept me busy, because I started to spend 4 to 6 hours in my workshop every day, and never ever thought about alcohol again. It's been 6 years. I had 0 milliliters of alcohol. So one other thing is 3D modeling gave me confidence that I'm not that clumsy and that I can learn, and maybe I can even become an artist someday. So I had a firm belief that I'm clumsy, I will never ever make anything beautiful, I'm a mathematician, I'm a robot and stuff like that. I will never do anything beautiful. But it's just I didn't practice things enough. That's why I was clumsy. Now with 3D modeling, I trained my muscle memory, and it's much easier to 3D model and to fix errors than doing like sculpting in real life with a piece of stone, So you have room for errors in 3D modeling. Now I'm convinced that I can learn effectively new things that I never ever believed that I would be able to do. I never thought I would be a 3D modeler. I thought it's not my thing. I thought that you need a talent to do that, but you don't. You just need practice. So was it hard to learn 3D modeling? I guess it was hard to understand because I was trying to understand it. At first I thought that I lacked knowledge, and I was trying to understand 3D modeling through learning stuff, to watching courses, but not doing things. But what actually taught me is actually drafting, actually moving shapes, extruding, and doing those fillets and other stuff. So it's just, you need to do reps. You need to do the reps to develop the muscle memory. 3D modeling is a muscle skill, like bicycle, like driving a bicycle. So you just need to go through several hours of drafting and you will feel confident in it. Maybe hundreds of hours. The most unexpected thing that I gained once I learned 3D modeling is that I can now design things in my head, and I don't even need a computer for this. This is the most interesting thing. Actually, the most of the chairs that you can see in my website were designed when I was having a massage. So in Philippines, massages are very cheap. It's like $5 or $6 per hour. And so that's how I design chairs. I just go to a massage. I have 1 hour with phone-free, distraction-free environment where I can't even open my eyes. And I design chairs in my head. Because, once you do things for hundreds of hours, you can do them, you can imagine doing them. And you can imagine the results of your actions. So I designed the chair in environments while driving a car, while traveling. I can design, and then I go to my computer and quickly transfer my designs from my head to the computer. It takes me 5 to 10 minutes maybe to transfer. So this is one major difference, and I can see shapes in every object. I can see how would I design that, and I can see how shapes are built. And so this gives me a different even view on the world. So one last thing is that 3D modeling is an intersection of unrelated skills for me. So I'm a coder, I'm a software engineer. I'm very good at programming and engineering, and now I have 3D modeling as an additional skill, and there is much fewer specialists that have both of these skills. So I made myself a more valuable professional if I manage to find someone who needs these specific skills, or I can use them in my own business, because I designed and built my website myself, and I designed all the products myself. So not everyone can do that. So these are my okay. Oh? Bom?
Papai joga.
Okay. So this is a very unexpected ending of my video, and see you in the next one.